Hey everyone, Elliot here. Today I'm going to be helping you build your first n8n workflow. This video is kind of intended for beginners, people just getting into the AI space, getting into automation. So I'll make sure to showcase every node step by step so you understand exactly what it's doing. And in the description down below, I have a form that is to join my waitlist for my community, where I will be able to have these templates available to download. I'm still building it right now. So just make sure to sign up the form. You'll be added to the waitlist and you'll get notified right when it's up and running. So make sure to do that if you do want access to these templates and all my templates from my previous YouTube videos as well. And if you're brand new to the channel, my name is Elliot. I'm a 25-year-old entrepreneur based in San Diego, California. I'm currently running ManyFlow AI, which is my AI agency, and I also create content to help you guys understand this new opportunity in AI. So with all that being said, let's jump into the video. So this is what the workflow looks like. I'm going to do a quick test here. We'll just do test workflow. I'm going to go to my lead form here, have some info. I'm going to select here, for example, marketing strategy. It says type a question here, but that was just me when I messed up making the form. But essentially, this is like if someone is interested in getting some coaching help for their company, for their business, they can just fill out this form and select an option that they're interested in. So we'll click Get Started. I'm going to go back to my workflow. As you can see, it's cooking up right now. It's going up here. It's downloading a file, and the file that it's downloading is actually one of these 3 PDFs, which I'll dive more into in the video. And then here I just opened up my email 0 minutes ago. I just received this. It says, thanks for reaching out and selecting the plan, right? It's greeting me with my name, just giving me some extra info here. And then it attaches the marketing strategy plan, which is just something I had ChatGPT create for me, just a random proposal and some info. And then it just has some extra information there. So that is just the email that I received, and that was it. I just filled out a form, went through the flow, got an email sent to me, a personalized email sent to me, and attached the right PDF. And then from there, I could do whatever I want. I could reply, whatever. And going over to my Google Sheet here, I have my name, last name, email, the plan I selected, and the time that was sent. So I can just log all of my form data into Google Sheet and have those emails sent out. So now let's just build this thing from scratch. I have a completely blank canvas. I'll probably just rename this like YouTube Restart or something. And here we're going to start with our first step. So I'm going to click on the plus sign here, and you'll see I have a bunch of options to the right. Well, I'm actually going to trigger a JotForm. So I'm going to click on JotForm, which is where I have my form. Click on JotForm trigger. And alternatively, in n8n, you can also have just a regular form, just an n8n form. But I figured I'd use a JotForm just for the purpose of this video. So here's our first node. We have to actually configure this. So we want to select a credential. You'll probably won't have a credential, so I'll show you how to do that right now. You're going to click on Create New Credential, and all you need is just to apply an API key here. So I'll show you how to do that right now. You're going to want to go to your JotForm dashboard, which looks something like this. You can sign up for free. I know there's paid plans, but this should work completely fine if you're not on the paid plan. You click on your profile. You're going to scroll down to Settings. Then you're going to scroll down to API here, and then you're going to want to create a new key. Now, I've already done this. I have one of my keys here. You're just going to copy and paste that key, but you do want to include full access here, not read access. So put on full access, copy the key, go back to n8n, apply it here, and click on Save. And then now you'll officially have a credential. So now I'm going to go find the actual form I have, which is this one, the business strategy sign up. I'm going to leave these on, why not? And I'm actually just going to test this step here. So I'm just going to listen for a trigger. I'm going to go back to the form that I submitted earlier. I'm just going to fill it out again. I'll do scaling plus hiring, get started, go back to n8n, and now we get all of this data back. So it's very, very simple data. We have exactly each field. We have name, Elliot, last name, email, and then this is called type a question, but we'll just leave it at that for now. So now that we have this, what I'll probably do is actually pin this data here, just so we can reuse it after. We don't have to actually rerun it every time. That's a nice thing that n8n has that make.com does not have, is we can actually pin the data here. So I'm going to pin it. And the next step is actually I'm going to want to do an AI step here. So we click on AI, we can do OpenAI here, and I'm going to look for message a model. And then here we have all this info here. So here you do want a credential as well. I can show you how to do that as well right now. We're going to go to OpenAI API here. Click on that, log in. Let's do API platform. Here you're just going to log in. Let's do that. And then here you're going to want to go to API reference. I'm sorry, you're going to want to go to settings actually. API keys here, and then you want to create an API key. It's very similar to what we did with the JotForm. Name it. You don't have to add it to a project. Click on default, create the key, copy it, and apply it to your credentials. Here next, we're going to do operations, message a model. That's good. Here we can pick our actual model that we want. So let's do GPT-4o, and then we have the prompt, the role, user, simplify, output. Okay, so we don't have to deal with any of this right now. Now, essentially, our prompt, what do we want to do? We want this to write our email based off of this information here. So I actually have my prompt already written, so I'm just going to paste it in so it's just easier for you guys to see here. And this is my exact prompt. Just gave it a task. Write a short, witty, and professional email to an interested prospect who submitted a lead form expressing interest in business strategy plan. There are 3 possible categories they may have selected: marketing strategy, client acquisition strategy, scale plus hire strategy. And then here I'm telling it to generate a personalized email that acknowledges the plan they selected, mentions that the PDF document with additional details and the proposal is attached directly, express enthusiasm about working with them, ends with a friendly open-ended note encouraging them to reply. Here I'm saying you do not need to handle the PDF upload, assume it's automatically attached. Keep the tone confident, warm, easy to read. Your response should be in clean, valid HTML to ensure perfect spacing for a professional email. And then here I have the input data. So I'm feeding it the name and the selected plan. That's it. That's all I'm feeding this step. So what we could do is probably test the step, because we pinned our data and we already have it over here. So we don't have to rerun the whole thing. Here is basically the HTML that created our email. I'll tell you why just in a sec, why it's actually HTML and why this matters, but it doesn't really matter. But for me, I prefer HTML. I think it's cleaner. So here's the email I wrote. That's all we really needed. So now we're gonna go to the next step. Actually, let me just double check. We don't need to add anything here. No, I don't believe we do. So we'll go to the next step here. I'm gonna add a switch node. Essentially what this is gonna do is we're gonna be able to route it based off of different criteria. So what I wanna do is grab my JotForm information here and grab the actual type of question, this piece of data, I'm gonna apply it right here. And I'm basically what I'm saying is, if this equals scaling plus hiring, I want it to route this way. So I'm gonna type it in exactly. I'm gonna hard code it, scaling plus hiring. Okay, here we can rename this to like scaling strat. So it'll be easy to find. Scaling strat, I'm gonna add an additional routing rule. I'm going to drag this in here again. Here this time I want it to equal marketing strategy. And then our last one, if I go to my Google Drive, I believe it's called, client acquisition strategy. So let me see how it is in the JotForm, actually. That's probably better. Client acquisition strategy. Okay. So we'll drag this in again. And we'll do client strategy. I misspelled that. Client acquisition strategy. Cool. Done. Let me just double check. Cool. So now we have our 3. Oh yeah, we didn't rename these, so we can rename them as well. We'll just do rename output to marketing. And then we'll rename this one to client acquisition. Client acquisition, cool. So now we can actually see the 3 plans here. So next, I guess we can just start with the top one here, and then we'll just kind of copy and paste. It'll be a lot easier to just not redo it 3 times. We'll just copy and paste the whole thing. So we'll start with one of them. We'll do Google Drive. So I'll type in Google Drive. And what we want to do is actually download that file. And something that's very important here is whenever you're dealing with binary files in n8n, you always want to download it right before having it be the previous node, or else it's going to break and it doesn't work. I don't know why n8n does this, but it was a very annoying thing to figure out, is you always want to have it be the last node before it using the actual binary file. So why I'm going to download it is because I'm going to create the email now. So we'll just go Gmail. Oops. And I'm going to do send a message, I believe. Send a message. So it's going to be actually sending the email out. So we'll just configure these two right now. Now here, the credentials for Google Drive, I believe, is a little bit more complex. You can't just get an API key. You need to do all this stuff. So I'll just link that in the description down below as well. There's a video that n8n, I believe, recorded on how to do this credential thing. So I won't cover that in this video, but I'll link the video that they have on YouTube where you can just add your credentials that way. So our resource is file, our operation is download, and then our file, we're going to click from a list. And this is the scaling file. So I'm going to type in scaling hiring strategy. We want to download that exact PDF, just like that. And then next is going to be our email. Click on that. Here, the credentials is actually pretty nice. You just do sign in with Google. So that's very easy. I don't know why they didn't do that with Google Drive, but with Gmail, you can do that. We want to do a message, send to. Now, who do we want to send this to? Well, we want to send it to, if I go to my JotForm, we want to send it to this guy's email, which is me. I'm just going to drag that in there. Perfect. Subject is going to be like, thanks for your interest. Right? We'll just do something like that. Email type, HTML instead of text, I think is better. And then our message, so that's why I originally had the OpenAI come out in HTML, because I just think it looks nicer, like I said. And then we're going to drag content to the message. And it's very important that we add an option here and we do attachments. And then we want to add attachment. And then here it's called data. So this is how we work with binary. So I am going to run this one more time. I'm just going to run this here, this node here. I'm going to do test step. And it's on client acquisition. Wait, it failed here because they didn't get anything back. Now, why did it do that? Let's see here. If I go, let's do some debugging. This is what happens when you do things live here. Type of question, scaling plus hiring. Did I misspell that? Let's test again here. Yeah, I must have accidentally done something here. I believe it might be this extra space. Let's see. Yes, it was. I added an extra space. Here we have it here. Perfect. Let's retry this again. Test a step. Here it went here. Click on it and we can see we downloaded a file and it's called data. So now in our Gmail module, we're going to scroll down. We call it data. This name has to match this name here, essentially. That's the easy way of explaining it. And then if I go to add option, we can append n8n attribution, and I want to turn this off. That is just an annoying thing that when you do get the email, it'll say, oh, this was sent and automated by n8n. I don't want to put that on there. So I'm going to turn this off. And then our last step after that email is to get the sheets. So I'm going to do Google Sheets. We're going to do append row in sheet. We make a connection. Again, the connection should be easy. Sign in with Google. Make your credentials. Resource is sheet within document. Okay, and then we're going to pick our actual document, or technically our workbook, and it's called YouTube Business Strategy. And then from list, sheet 1. That is the I didn't rename the sheet. And then here are every single one of our columns that's in here, right? I have name, last, email, plan selected, time spent. So I'm going to actually individually map these out. I'm going to test this one more time here. I'm going to test out the actual email. Do test step. Actually, I could probably just connect this here. Yeah, I should have just done that. I can just add that here. Now we have our previous info right here. And I'm going to go to JotForm again, grabbing the first name, last name here. Oops. The email, which is right here. The plan selected, which is this one here. And then for the time sent, we're actually gonna have to write a little bit of JavaScript here just because I don't have anything in my previous data showing the exact time right now. So we're gonna type in this expression. We're always gonna want to do two brackets, two curly brackets to actually start our expression. I don't know why it's on fixed. Let's change that. There we go. And then you wanna type this in. And do new space date. And then we're gonna do 2 parentheses like this. Then dot to local date string. Oops. I believe I'm missing an E here to locale date string. And then open a parentheses. I'm going to do one quote, and I'm going to do en-us, close the parentheses, close this parentheses here. Oops, I messed up. Boom, boom, and then our curly brackets, like that. Now we have the actual date. It's on time, but I meant date, so I could probably change that as well. We could add on to this JavaScript, actually. We can make it add to the actual time, but that's just a little bit more work. So we'll just leave it at that for now. Cool, and I think now we are ready to actually test this out. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna unpin the data. I'm gonna do test workflow. I'm gonna go back to my JotForm. I'm gonna do scaling plus hiring, get started, go to n8n. Here it's cooking up the OpenAI, going up this way, downloading the file, sending the email, and then adding it to the sheets. Let's go to sheets, and we have it right here. I don't know why I have it twice here. Let me see, let me delete this, we'll run it one more time. See if there's any errors that we've missed. Okay, let's do that again. Test workflow, go back, get started. Let's go to our sheets and see if it populates twice or just once. It does populate twice, and I would like to know why. Oh, that is because my other workflow that I showed in the beginning is still active, so that's why it's showing up twice. So we'll delete this, run it one more time. Let's go here, run it one more time, and now it should work. Yep, right here. Get started. Go to our sheets. Here it showed up once. And then let's go to our email. And this was our email. So we said, hi, Elliot. Thanks for reaching out. Selecting the scale plus hire strategy. It's right here. Perfect. I did ask it not to sign, so we probably have to emphasize that in the prompt. But yeah, I believe now what we can do, that's basically essentially what we wanted. It can send us the right document. I can just select all of this, and I'm going to actually just paste it in twice. So let's just grab these. Put them here, grab these, put them down here. This will be our client acquisition one, and this will be our marketing one. So we don't have to change anything else except which file to download. So it knows exactly which file which PDF is accurate. So here was the marketing, and that should be marketing strategy PDF. Done. This one is our client acquisition one. So let's go find that. We'll do client acquisition strategy PDF. Done. This, we don't have to change anything. We still have that. Perfect. Sheets should still be the same as well. Cool. So let's just do one last example here with a different actual plan. Maybe we can change the name too. We'll do like James. We'll just do like Smith. Keep the email the same. It's one of my spam emails, so we can still receive it. And here we'll do the marketing strategy. Click get started, go to n8n. Now it should go through the middle here. Perfect. Download the file, sending the email. And let's check our sheets. Right here, James Smith, email, this plan selected, and the date. And then our email right here. Hi, James. Thanks for reaching out about the plan. Attached to the plan. Boom, just like that. And then it still signed. I didn't edit the prompt, but we could definitely easily edit that. So thanks for making it till the end. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Of course, if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. And of course, don't forget to join the waitlist down below if you want to have direct access to this template and all my other templates on all my other videos. So with that being said, I will see you guys all in the next video.